I'm here at the Spit, the northern end of the Gold Coast, at the Get Wet Surf School, with a man who's taught me to stand on a board for the first time. I've got to show a lot of gratitude to Jack Howlin, who's one of the teachers here. Thank you so much. I've ticked something off my bucket list.
Yeah, that's all right. We're happy to make you stand up on a wave and help you out today.
Yeah, I felt a bit embarrassed, having grown up in Sydney, body surf all my life, but never decided to try and learn to surf. But you mentioned that it's like really 4 easy steps to do it, isn't it? And you give a 100% guarantee that people can do it on the first lesson, and it proved it right today.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. We get you guys to try and stand up as easily as possible, and we're there to help you guys. So it's just about getting out there and giving it a go. And yeah, we're always there to help you guys out and enjoy your little dream of standing up riding a wave.
Yeah, we just were, on the shore breakers there at the Spit, and it's a bit windy today, but it doesn't feel that natural. I guess for you it's natural, but for someone who's beginning, it's not easy at first because there are certain steps you have to do, and you have to conquer your fear as well.
Yeah, one of the hardest parts is just getting used to the ocean itself. That's probably the most difficult part, is understanding how a wave works. So if we can help you guys choose the right waves, then you can learn the basics step by step, and yeah, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, and what kind of people come here, to the school? I'm from Sydney, I'm an Aussie, so I guess you get a lot of people from all sorts of countries that, have this dream of surfing in the Queensland at the Gold Coast.
Yeah, we get tons of people coming from Australia, worldwide, including, all of Asia. Europe is usually our two biggest overseas markets, and we still get lots of Americans and Canadians. Everyone else comes over, people on working holiday visas and who want to learn to surf, and we show them the basics. So we get all people from all walks of life in here.
And what's the most common mistake? Why do people fall off the board so easily? Why is surfing not the easiest thing in the world?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Usually it's just trying to get used to the ocean. That can be the hardest part. Some people were quite gifted with good balance. Some people have to work a little bit harder for it. We try to make it as easy as possible with big boards and lots of instructors, but at the same time, it just comes down to what you're used to. If you're not used to it, it does make it a bit harder, but you get there at the end. It just takes a little bit more time to get used to it.
And just go through those steps that you told me, just so I can remember for next time the things that I'll need to do. Because you mentioned about being on the board, just have your toes over the end, and then those steps that you have to go through.
So our first timer demonstration usually goes, the first step is to push up, use your back knee, getting onto the board. Then the second step is following through with your front foot right between the hands. We're going to then turn, which is step 3, so getting both our feet side on, so you're ready to complete the last step, 4th, which is just letting go of the board, standing up, and then riding the wave.
And that's what I found the most difficult thing was actually once you're up, to stay up. That's the thing that, I got up for, 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds once or twice, but to get up and stay up like you guys do, that's the hard thing.
Yeah, once you're there, it can be hard, it can be difficult. A lot of snowboarders and skateboarders, they tend to get that a little bit easier because they're used to it. But yeah, once again, comes down to good balance. Sometimes the waves will make it a bit easier. But yeah, just getting used to it is a big thing. Staying low, keeping your eyes up.
And what about the boom of surf schools on the Gold Coast? Tell us about that, because you're just one of many, the Get Wet Surf School here at the Spit. There are many that have sprouted up over the years.
Yeah, well, I've worked over the years at quite a few different ones along the Gold Coast. I think there was something like 20 different surf schools. There's a lot. They're all very good. They've all got their pros and their cons to different locations that we operate in. Here up at the Spit, we've got a really good summer spot because that rock wall blocks a lot of the wind, and usually it is quite nice, small beginner waves to learn on. And not as crowded as what you would get in Surfers Paradise. So it is a good little spot, but yeah, there's a lot of competition out there.
And there's a lot of wind today. I thought that made it a bit more challenging for me. That's my excuse anyway. Does it make it more challenging?
Yeah, the wind definitely plays a massive part on the surf. Not as big a deal for in close on the waves we ride, but yeah, most people want that perfect blue sky, blue water, no wind kind of day, but yeah, it's just making it nicer or not as nice. So the wind doesn't affect it too much. But yeah, we'll say it did today. It was pretty strong.
All right, I'll use every excuse I can, but I'm going to keep trying. Thank you so much, Jack Howlin, for being my instructor today for the Get Wet Surf School at the Spit on Queensland's beautiful Gold Coast.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Anytime. It's been a pleasure to teach you. Hopefully we can see you surfing once again.
Yep, it's on my bucket list ticked off, but now I have to get good at it. Thank you very much, mate.